Now, about a week after the fiance disappeared, she texted you and asked you to come over and I guess discuss this. Can you tell us about that?
It wasn't so much a discussion. I gathered it had the feel of it'd been pretty much exactly a week, and she called about half a dozen of us to come over and cook food and sit around, and she was just distraught, and then hopeful, and then distraught and hopeful, and it was just an easygoing bunch of friends.
Did she understand that she could be in a lot of trouble at that point?
It didn't sound like it. To me, she would say things like, oh, it's only been a week, there's still hope, things like that. And then every once in a while, she'd bust out with something like, I can't believe he'd be gone, you know, that kind of stuff.
And Joel, you relate a story to one of our producers about a party you two were at together, and she alleges that she had a hallucination. She says she saw a ghost.
No, it wasn't a hallucination. We're in the Hudson Valley where Sleepy Hollow is and stuff like that. There's a lot of ghost hunters and ghost people and hauntings and that kind of stuff. And at one point in a discussion like that, she said, well, there's a ghost over there in that corner. He seems angry. And afterwards, after hearing about the arrest, I thought, you know, somebody who believes in ghosts isn't going to make one that's already angry at her.
Do you think she's guilty?
No, I don't. I don't know. You never know, but nothing tells me she is, and there's a whole lot of stuff that just doesn't make any sense.
So as you have known her, she's been a stable person for whom this would be a surprise, unheard of behavior, let's say.
You know, somebody from Latvia, I don't know what's unheard of, but she seemed much more stable than she's being made out to be mostly.
Okay.
I mean, I worked in theater in the 80s, and people were dying left and right, and I saw all kinds of manifestations of grief.
Yeah.
You know, you just never know.
Okay, Joel, I really appreciate your sharing with us today. I do. I want to go back to my panel and show them during some of the interrogation, she did make some other bizarre statements. So as we see her, I think it's bizarre that she saw a ghost, if she really meant that. And she made a statement about, quote, her demon side. Watch this from 2020.
What are your feelings and emotions knowing that this is about to happen? That when you're gone?
Like ripping in two halves. You know, angels and demons.
Yeah. What's the demon side saying?
The demon side. Oh, it's not a good side. You guys don't want to see that side of me. It really does. That side was telling me, just let it happen. Just let it go. But the good side was saying, see, we can do it. We can do it. You're strong.
Why the demon side went out?
Well, because it's the way he's treating you.
Now, Casey, I think you will agree with me from a psychiatric standpoint and probably from a legal standpoint as well. This is her problem. She's describing a Jodi Arias-esque internal character construct.
Right, and most people are very in touch with the fact that they have good thoughts and bad thoughts, the angel and the demon sitting on their shoulder. But in a police interrogation, they usually know not to talk about the bad thoughts that are in their head when they're under suspicion for murder. So when she says, my husband is dead and I'm okay with it, I mean, I have a really hard time believing that she doesn't understand that that statement is going to link her to his drowning, especially if she did indeed, and I do believe she told the cop that she, you know, unscrewed that plug and messed with that paddle. You know, I think she could be playing a role where she is setting herself up for a psychiatric defense of a diminished capacity. But it's the wrong state to do it in. I mean, New York really loves the McNaughton rule, so I don't think it's going to work. But I doubt she did her research on that before she started with the history on it.